Hello everyone. Today I will be showing you how to model this type of plastic chair in 3ds Max. Alright, so first we start out by making a plane. I gave it 1000 mm on both sides. This is so that when we have any welding operations later, there won't be any problem. I gave it two segments, and now I convert it to an editable poly, and I just connect these edges over here accordingly. So like I am trying to define where the legs will come and where the backrest will come. So over here I will just press shift and pull this up. So this is like the base for the backrest. So here I just connect it by giving 6 segments and another connect and another 6. I press 50 just to put it in the center, so when we use the symmetry modifier, it will look a bit more even in the center. So right now I'll use a freeform deformer, that's FFD modifiers, and just get the curve of the backrest accordingly. Just fine tune it, according to as you like. There's no particular correct way to do it. Do it as you like, and then the curve from it. So you get this nice backrest kind of curve. So here I collapse all the editable, the modifiers in the stack because a bit more crowded, and I prefer a bit more not so crowded, like less crowded. And here I delete the extra faces, they're not really required. And I just add another control segment. So now this will be like the connecting the side of the chair to the backrest part. So I just target well those and just fast forward this, you know. So basically here also it's like it's just according to how you think it should be, and just looking at the image and get that curve gradually. You can always fine tune it. So it is here I just make it a bit more thinner, not so fat. That looks pretty good enough. So here I just connect again these segments. So basically here I'm trying to make the holes in the backrest that we seen in the reference image, and add this connection so that the edges, the end parts won't be curved once we smooth them. So it get a bit more triangular, rectangular shape. Sorry. Now over here, I am just trying to make these spaces between the openings a bit more uniform. They are not like the ones in the center are more thinner and the ones at the side are more fatter. They're mostly quite equal to each other. So I'm trying to make that happen over here. So it's just editing, and this can take some time. That's all right, but yeah, just doing a connection part. And now here I extrude it and I give it a bit more bevel. And here I connect the segments at two and this. So basically, all these type of segments that I'm creating are to give a bit more control on the edges and not for them to just to smooth out. Here I split these apart because at the edge they would pinch basically. It would be a bit more, it would be unrealistic. Here the top of the chair has this kind of curve. You can even use a FFD modifier, but I just prefer just to edit the vertices directly. I just add some connections. And here I don't need these extra segments over here, so unnecessary. So I just remove them. And yeah, that looks better. So now once we turbo smooth it, it looks pretty good. It looks quite decent. And now to make the legs, I just move this a bit behind. like in the image. And here again, so just creating the legs, those two legs. So I'm just creating the two legs again because once we use the symmetry modifier, we'll get four. And I just delete these. So yeah, here you can see the basic leg shape. So here I connect these segments and I just give it one control, one segment throughout. So basically also why you're creating all of these is so that you have a bit more definition along the the corners, so they're well defined, and they don't smooth out completely. So here I just cut these two parts. So it will, once you turbo smooth it, you know it will have a semicircular pattern. See, so here also once you note, like like your the edges are quite close to the to the leg, like, so basically when you have this type of control, it becomes very sharp, but in the you know it'll become very sharp. I'll just show you. I'm just correcting it, and yeah, you can see it's becoming a bit more sharp. Yeah, just add some two segments. So in the front also a bit sharp, but here you see it's more sharp. In the front you see that the segments are a bit more farther apart. So in the image itself also, the the front leg, it is a bit more smoother, but the back leg is a bit more controlled, I would say. See, I just pull the legs out a bit. You'd never have legs directly under a chair, other normally it will tend to fall over. Those are not good. Here I just widen it a bit, just make it a bit more wide. Add another segment here for control. So right now I select the border, these edges, and I pull them down by pressing shift. And so like these are like the, what I would say, the beams, like they transfer the load onto the legs. Yeah, just pull these edges out a bit, and in the front as well I just pull it down. I target well these edges, and what I do is select all the edges at the bottom, just put it planar on the Z axis, and then just pull them up. And here I select the whole thing and copy it, so you always have a spare copy. So stay tuned, and in the next video I will be completing the plastic chair. Thank you for watching and take care.